Hello everyone and welcome back to our Christmas craft along. We are doing card 8 and it's a fun fold bridge card. Let's hope I've left no paper out. No, that can happen. From time to time that can happen. I do apologise. So, let's get started in a minute. I'll give everyone a few minutes to come on and then we will start. This one's a little bit different because we're actually using the Designer Series paper for the design. And I've just thrown my braids on the floor. You've got some little gems here, so don't lose them. Mine just fell out of the packet when I opened it. So, yeah, make sure you hang on to those little gems when you open your package. Mine just went woof, straight on the floor. Hi, Tanya, how are you? If you come on, say hello, where you're from. If you're a newbie, whether you're a demonstrator, whether you love the card classes, whether you love the having everything in your kit that you need. That's all right. Just a joke there. Okay, let's get started on our next card. This is a fun fold bridge card. So you're going to need your old olive piece. So I'm going to come down. I'll just give everyone a few minutes because I think I came on a bit later than what I said I was going to. Just give everyone a few minutes and grab your paper trimmer because you will need that to do some scoring first up. So grab that paper trimmer. You and me, Tan, again. Just give everyone a couple of minutes to come on. I hope everyone gets their notifications. Please, if you're not getting your notifications, go into Teresa Brown Stamping and click on your notifications. Make sure that you are receiving them. Or go into yours on your site and make sure that you can get a notification when I come on. Okay, so those that are not with us might not be able to be, so I'm going to come down and I'm hoping you can see where I'm going with this. So our old olive piece is 8 inches by 4 1/4. Okay, and we're going to score the 8-inch side. Now, I've done this one in inches because the centimetres come out really hard if you want to use your scoreboard. So if you're using your scoreboard, it comes out a lot easier doing it in the inches. So I hope that makes sense. So we're going to line it up at 1 1/4 inches. So that's 1, and then the next big one. So you got 1, 2, 3. It'll be the 4th one across. And then you're going to score it. We don't want our blade. We're going to score it. Then we're going to line it up at 2 1/2 inches. So you will see the 2 1/2 on your paper trimmer. And you're going to score that. Then you're going to line it up at 5 1/2 inches. And you're going to score that. then you're going to have to open your ruler up. Okay, so open your ruler up and you're going to score it at 6 3/4, which is just the line 1, 2, 3, 4 lines under the 7. Okay, and then you're going to score it at that. So those who aren't on, please, you'll have to watch the replay on that piece. Then in your kit you would have a bridge already cut for you. So that will be your bridge piece, your designer series paper. You can choose which way you want to put your designer series paper. Hopefully then you'll also have a ribbon in there. You'll also need a little white piece at, if you're doing centimetres, it's about 6.5 by 4.5. If you're doing inches, it's 2.5 by 1 3/4. Okay. You'll have an envelope. You should have one of these in your stash as well, so that you can cut around it, or whatever you're using. And then we're going to also have our designer series paper. Hopefully I've given us enough. And we're going to prepare this one. So once we've got our green all scored up, which we just did, if you've missed that, and you'll need to go back and rewind that. Okay, so with your designer series paper, you're going to line up your 6 3/4 by 4. So you're going to put the 6 3/4 edge to the top, which is the long piece to the top. Oop, let me just come through here. Okay, so my little scorer fell out, but it's back in now. Okay, so the 6 3/4 to the top of your page, then you're going to cut 1 inch. Now, if you find it hard to do this because your fingers are in the way, start off over this side and line this one up at 1 inch. Okay, because it's still going to be the same. So we've got 1 inch there, so we're going to trim that off. Then you can turn it around and you're going to cut it at 2 3/4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 under the 3 inches, if you're not sure where that is. Then you're going to cut 1 inch again, or you can line it up to the 6 3/4, so you can cut 1 inch again. So either side, whichever is easiest for you to do, you're going to line up 1 inch. I find it easier to go to that side. Now we have a 2 inch piece left, which we're going to cut into 2 1 inch pieces. So we're going to line it up on the 1 inch on this side and the 1 inch on this side. Now this is where you might want your spare handle to come in if you need it. Okay, so Post-it note, hold it over, and that gives you something to hang on to. See how I'm hanging on to this way out here, not in there? And then press down on your ruler and cut your 2 1 inches. Okay. Oh, come out, come out. So those who have just joined us, we have done our base card, which is 8 centimeters across by 4 1/4 down. And we have scored it at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. Okay, and then you're going to do a valley and bring this back as a mountain. You're going to do that on both sides, a valley and a mountain. Okay, so it looks like this now. So you have your big piece here that's going to go into the center. This is a quick, easy little card. It's not a hard one to do. You can use either side, whichever side you want to use, you can use. Okay, so you can come in with this side, you can come in with this side. It's not a problem, whichever side you want to use. I'm going to use the checkered side on mine, facing up. So I'm going to place this into my center between my 2 score lines, and a little bit from the top and a little bit from the bottom, so you've got that nice border all the way around. Then we've got this little piece, which is 6 1/2 by 4 1/2, which we're going to do some stamping onto. You can do Merry Christmas, you can do Happy New Year, you can do whatever you like on it. So I'm using the Greetings of the Season stamp set again, because this is my go-to one that I like to use for Christmas. So it's got a really lovely curly Christmas, and it's got a curly happy. Or you can come into your, let me just show you this one. You've also got a beautiful curly Christmas in here. So I decided I'm going to use the traditional labels today, because I always use the Greetings of Season. But since I have this one, and this is the one we're working with, I'm going to pull out the happy. This is what happens when you don't put them all away properly yet. I'm going to pull out the Christmas, because that's a curly Christmas. I like the Christmas. I love the Christmas being like that. And if you're a good person, you would place these on your inside cover. But I'm going to pull out the happy, and I'll do all that later. And I'm going, the happy sort of goes around a little bit, like curves a little bit. So I'm going to have it coming to the side. And I'm placing it all onto my block, onto my card where I want it, because I'm going to do it all on one block. So just move the happy to where I want it. This is a great gold nugget, guys, if you've got to do a lot of multiple cards, like the same. This is a really good way of doing it. So make sure your paper's straight, and then line up your block. Pick up both words at the same time. Okay, and then you can come in. I'm going to use the cherry cobbler, just for something a bit different. Pick it up together. Okay, and then line up on your grid paper or your glass mat, and then come in and do your Happy Christmas. I love stamping out 2 words at the same time. Who doesn't? Okay, and then voila, it's all in place where you want it to be. I love that. So I'm just going to clean my stamps, because the cherry cobbler and the red do stain them anyhow. Okay, so if your stamps get a bit stained, especially for our newbies, don't worry, they still work. They're just going to be a little bit of a colour of pink on there. Okay, I reckon it makes it easier to see the word. Okay, so that was the traditional labels one. So on here also, I have put some little bits of bling. So I hope your bling didn't fall out because mine did. And I'm just putting a little bit there. These are gorgeous. These, they look like teardrops, shiny. Oh, I'm going to have to put an extra one on there. Why? Because I had a bit of black on my finger. Okay, that's okay. It's floating. I gave you enough. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this up into this center, but maybe you might want to ruffle this around, and you can do that with your scissors. Okay, so you can get your scissors and you can give it an old world type look by coming around the edge. And you can even curl a little bit in, like it's ripped a little bit. I love this technique. It's a really good technique to use when, I'll tell you when your blades are blunt. My blade's not blunt, but I'm just saying, if your blade is blunt, you can always come and give it a completely different old rustic look. Okay. So just using your scissors, all you're doing is distressing the paper a little bit. Okay, and it just gives it a little bit of a different look. You can even go around the edges if you want to with a blender brush. You can use a sponge dauber if you want to bring in a bit of colour to it. I'm going to leave mine white, but that's a choice thing. And I'm going to put some little dimensions on the back. Hope everyone's been enjoying our class today, making 3 beautiful Christmas cards and learning how to pivot. That's important to know. Okay, so this is going to go up into this area here. So that's the inside bit done now. Now you're going to work out what you want, whether you want the stripes on here like this, whether you want patterns coming through here. So I would pick that one because I can see that the flowers are going the right way, or I can pick this one because it matches that one as well. So the leaves are going the same way, and then turn this one over. So no right or wrong, just whichever way you want to go with it. So we're going to stick these ones down. Just don't come too close to the edge. But I did show you before, if you do come and the glue pops out, I'll show you how you fix that up. I've already shown you how to do that with the embossing buddy and the chamois, which is a really great gold nugget. Sometimes you have to make a mistake when you're crafting, and believe me, over the years I've made lots, so I've done a lot of pivoting, a lot of working out what works best when you do make these mistakes, and I love to share them with my customers because sometimes we just do it. Not that we mean to, it just happens. So we're going to put this one in. And then our one on the end. Goes in here. How many of you have made a bridge fold card? bridge fold cards, this is a very small one. They're very simple to make. When you're doing a bridge fold card, you need to make sure that when you're putting your bridge on, that it opens up this way, okay? So it doesn't matter how long you have your bridge card or how high you have it up, as long as when you're cutting out your bridge or measuring your bridge, that you fold this one in. Then you can see that you place this one down and then open this side up, and it's got to come to the same length. Okay, that's how you measure your bridge for a bridge fold card. It's important to know that little piece. Okay, so I'll go through that one more time with you. We're going to put our designer series paper across here. So this piece here is 13.5 by 2 centimeters. This one's 2.5 centimeters by 14. So we're going to put this in. You can have whichever side you want your paper to go. I'm going to use this side this time, and it's going to have a little border all the way around again. Now let me show you. This is opened up completely. Your left-hand side, so when the card's facing you up the right way, your left-hand side will do the fold. Your right-hand side will be opened flat. When you go to glue this in, you're just gluing this little panel here and the little panel on this side. Okay, so you're just gluing a little bit in here. So the easiest way to do this is to work out where you want it on here and just add a little bit of glue onto here. So that's going to go there. If you want it up a bit, you can just bring it up a bit. As long as you haven't got glue there, you're right. So you can sort of see now, it's just glued onto that panel. I'm just going to grab my chamois again because I put a bit of glue on there. Now, I have a lot of people when they ring me when they're doing a bridge card and they go, it doesn't fit. The front doesn't fit. It's too short. And it's too short. And it looks too short. But you got to remember, you got to close this fold bit. And then you glue just this bit over on this side as well. Okay, so just this little bit in here. So just lift up your bridge, add a little bit of glue in there, and then seal that down. This is how you do your bridge card. We're going to put that aside now, let it dry for a few minutes, and we're going to grab out the flower that came with the suite that I bought. If you do not have the dies, you can fussy cut around your flowers. It doesn't take long to do that. I'll fussy cut mine to give you time to do yours. Okay, so you can use the dies. I've got the dies. Or you can just fussy cut around it if you don't have dies. I love that the dies do fit some of our designer series paper. Who loves that idea? Share in the comments if you love that idea. I do. I know a lot of people don't like fussy cutting. Now, when you're fussy cutting, you can leave a white border around it, or you can cut to the image. I like to cut to the image if I'm fussy cutting. I can never get my white borders to be exactly the same, but I like mine pretty well close to the image. So that's a choice thing as well. You can leave a border, or you can cut up close. No right or wrong, just what choice, a choice thing. Okay, so then go around. Now the other thing I just want to remember and remind you is after 30 days, these videos disappear from Facebook. I will actually have them transferred across to my YouTube. So you'll still be able to go on and find which card you want to do. Okay, I haven't put a little image on any of them at the moment over on YouTube. I just haven't had time to do that. So, but you'll see in the heading, it will have Christmas craft along or marathon, and it will say card 1, card 2, or card 3, 4, 5, whatever. And you'll be able to go in and have a look. It's so much better than having them all in one video. There's nothing worse than having to look through a whole heap of videos to find what you want to do. Well, that's my feeling. So I like to do each video separate so that my customers aren't spending all day searching for what they want. To me, it's important to be able to get in there, find what you want, and create. Okay, so you can sort of see it's not that hard to fussy cut around your designer series paper if you haven't got the dies. And I know some of the girls that are doing it haven't got the dies. They've bought the pack, but I know they haven't got the dies. So I know they'll be fussy cutting and it won't be hard to do. So it makes it simple. Those that have fussy cutted theirs out already, just catch up on what you need to catch up on, and I'll be with you in 1 second. Won't be long before I cut all this out. I'm not doing bad. Still got no filling in 2 fingers, so it's taking me a little bit longer than norm, but that's okay. Turn your papers around as you're fussy cutting too. It's so much easier to turn your papers around than turn your scissors. Okay, I like to turn my paper around. Makes it a lot quicker for you. Okay, just about there. And just about done. Okay, so probably took a couple of minutes to cut that out, but not hard to do, okay? This is going to go on the front of our bridge card. Now, our bridge card sits up, then turn around like this, and when it goes in an envelope, one side needs to fold down. It can be either side, okay? So you can fold either side down. So this is my left-hand side, and I'm going to put, some of you might have pink and white flowers, some of you might have blue and white flowers, some might have blue, white and red. It doesn't matter what you've got, whichever way you go. Then you're going to add this to this bridge. Okay, and you can add some dimensions behind it. So you can sort of see it's going to fit within the score lines. So you know it's going to fit between there. So you can come in and put 3 dimensions, one in the middle and another one to this side here. You want them inside that fold line. Okay, so whichever way you're folding it, you want it inside that fold line. Take your backs off, and then you can come in and you can work out which way you want your flower to go, whether you want it to go this way or whether you want it to go whichever way you want. So I'm going to come in with mine, I think about there. So you can sort of see it sits on there really lovely. And then you've got this beautiful red bow that I think I tied everyone a red bow. And you can just straighten it a little bit if you want to. It's got shiny shimmer on it. It's a really pretty bow actually. Just pull it a little bit to get the tightness that you want on it. And twist it around to get that shimmer happening if you want the shimmer happening. Once you've got your bow how you like it, just grab a mini glue dot. Have I got one here? Not sure if I've got one sitting over here. No, that's all right. I'm just used my packet to take out 2 Craft Alive, so I'm just going to go and grab a mini glue dot. Mine's just about empty, this one. I might be lucky to find a mini glue dot on here. Okay, and then grab your ribbon and work out which way you want it. Now, some ladies burn the ends of theirs. I'm not overly keen on doing that, but I know a lot of ladies do that. Got to find another one. Have I got another one? This is just about an empty roll. So you put it, I'm going to put that in the bin because it is empty. So a couple of mini glue dots on the back, and you can just place this in where you want to on the front of your card. Once you've got it where you want it, then you can just trim your pieces, and you can see that it comes in. Press it down. Hi Kerry, how are you? Good to see you. So this is our bridge fold card. So those girls that weren't in the kit, didn't receive the kit, if you've crafted along with us and made a bridge card with whatever you use, don't forget to share your photos in the comments so everyone can get to see what everyone else has done and mix and match it around. It's really lovely. So this is our last card for today. So we won't be here next Sunday, but the following Sunday will be our last one for November. I really hope you've enjoyed today, even with our pivot. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow at Crafty Monday at 1 o'clock. So until then, God bless you all, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.